Do some radical.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome again to the Nubian King, broadcasting from Israel, Northeast Africa. On the way home, about to jump out here on the big road where everybody else is at, trying to go home. Thoughts for today. You know, Donald Trump survived assassination attempt, and yes, it was a assassination attempt. You know, Trump, 70, 78, something like that, very wealthy American businessman, private jet, mansion, golf course, beautiful cars, you name it. And to go through what he's gone through, dealing with the presidency. He was the president for 4 years. Now he's running again to do that again. And we're hearing he's a dictator. And he says things crazy. He's an idiot. And he's this and that and that and this. But I don't hear anyone talking about, well, when he was the president, you know, the country went to war. He sent billions of dollars to another foreign country. The things that America is struggling with right now, right before your very eyes, under the Biden administration. And you know, it's just amazing that the majority of the people, they're not even acknowledging the current state of affairs in America. This is the point. You know, when I'm looking at these things, you know, I try to, we don't try, we do. We make things happen. When we look at these things, the objective is to look and see with clarity, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that we can make intelligent decisions. Now, we all are familiar with Trump's statement on the bus 7 years ago. 4 years, he ran for the president. He was in office for 4 years. Biden's been there 3.5 years. So he made that statement, 7.5 years ago. And can you believe there are people that are still bringing that statement up? Talking about he don't talk right? Now, this is how I look at this. I owned 3 detail shops here in Israel. We detail cars. And I owned a construction company. I had 43 workers up in there. When I sit down with a potential employee, the objective of asking questions in the interview is to determine whether or not this individual is a good candidate to do the work that I need them to do. Okay? That's the objective. Whether or not he or she are going to be good candidates to do the work I need them to do. I'm not interested in what type of blue jeans you wore yesterday. I don't care what type of cereal you love to eat for breakfast. You understand? It is the job that I'm concerned about. Now, we parallel that into Donald Trump and Joe Biden. What can I say to you? Clear and indefensible as to what are some of the major differences between the Trump administration, 4 years, and Joe Biden current administration. Things that affect practically every individual. Food price. There you go. Donald Trump presidency, the food price was up 3.5%. Right? The cost of basic food items. Right now, during Joe Biden administration, basic food price is up 25%. You know, there's something wrong with the people's mind, because when I present these facts to them, they just stop talking and just stare at me and wait for the moment to pass. Then they go right back to talking about Trump. It must be something in the chemtrails. Then the other point I share is electricity, which, who needs electricity? Practically everybody. The 4 years that Trump was in office, the electricity rate, the price stayed unchanged. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, unchanged. Under the Biden administration, the electricity had jumped up over 17%. Now here's the third biggie. The average wage earned during the Trump administration was up plus 67%. The average wage during the Biden administration, current right now, is minus 3.5%. Minus, I mean you're earning less money. Bills going up, food price going up, and your salary going down. But people, it's like that just it don't register to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because the coup that took place, and I say it again, that was the greatest, most sophisticated, well-dressed coup in the history of planet Earth. When Joe Biden put his hand on that Bible and gave that oath to become the president, that was the culmination of the greatest coup. Not like we see coups in other countries where the military sons and daughters take over the government and they got military uniform and you know they from the military. In America, the coup was done in $2,000 Armani suits, nice silk ties, 100% polished cotton shirts, expensive shoes, briefcases, attaché cases, well-groomed men and women, a coup. And because they looked dressed like that, you never even saw it coming. You just thought, hey, he got voted in office. Well, here you have an individual that the Chinese, when they was investigating Biden, whether or not he got money from the Chinese, they ain't got no skin in the game with America. They their own country doing their thing. They ain't worried about, So they asked the Chinese that, the people were saying, Trump told them, y'all need to check with the guy. The Chinese told him straight up, yes, I sent the millions of dollars to Biden's house. Chinese told him in the investigation, I sent the money to him. What happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then, you know how those other nations knock off their political opponent? Jokers wind up dead, locked up in prison, all kind of crazy stuff. They getting rid of their competition. Well, lo and behold, the United Snakes of America is the same thing. And because of the fact the last report showed Donald J. Trump was beating the crap out of Joe Biden in 7 key swing states by a country mile. Wasn't no 0.1%, 2%. Beating them to dust. It's kind of late now to talking about gaining some votes. It's July. The mid-July, 15th. Look, almost out of July. And you talking about gaining some votes. Now, the momentum that Trump has got behind that, trial, which should have never taken place. If they was really smart, if the Democrats was really smart, they should have never did that, because everything they do to Trump just electrify his base, and people gonna stay with him. Now, the cool people, man, you know what? The same individuals that have weaponized the Department of Justice and got Trump caught all up in these lawsuits and convictions and all of this stuff, the same people pulled that trigger at the rally. Yeah. That's the way it goes. See, an individual like me that know who I'm dealing with, and if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, look like a duck, I say it's a duck. I don't say it's a chicken. I'm dealing with reality. Fortunately, I'm still in reality that says if Donald Trump 4 years electricity price didn't go up, it stayed the same. Now Biden's in his office, electricity up 17%, food up 25%. That's what I'm looking at. You understand? And we got Biden shuffling and falling and talking, and one guy you can't talk, the other one getting shot. What the hell, This is the United Snakes of America, and they just naturally showing their natural behind. Can you imagine that? Yep. And America been running around the world telling everybody else about democracy. It ain't even working in America. Look here, what happened to the democratic process? You run, you say what you can say. Basically, you're saying a bunch of lies to try to convince people to vote for you, and whoever get the most votes win. It ain't like that no more. It is not like that anymore. Lie, cheat. You know how they say the ends justify the means. That means that your end results, your objective that you are trying to accomplish justifies whatever methods you implement to accomplish your objective. Okay, so you want to be the president. Well, that's what it means by the ends justify the means. The end result is you're going to be the president. What methods do you take to get to the president? Because you looking to be the president, no holds barred. You can do anything you want to do. Lie, cheat, steal, kill, finagle, whatever. Why? Because the end results of all of that, you can be the president. So the ends justify the means. So these guys and girls, man, they go hard. They are not bull jiving. Unfreaking believable. Trying to shoot the man. Look, that's going to cause people to be more sympathetic for him. Because, the common man and woman, you know how to say God don't like ugly? Well, good people don't like ugly either. You know what I'm saying? And it's not fair anymore. Nothing is fair under this, since this Biden got in office. Man, this job is bat-ish crazy. People is running out of stores, because if you steal less than, what, $1,000, $900, get out your nose, woman. Whew, digging up your nose. Damn. If you steal less than a certain amount of money, security can't do nothing to you. Police can't do nothing to you. This is under the Biden administration. It's not even Trump. And they talk about Trump being a dictator. I see more characteristic of dictatorship taking place right now. And the only reason, and see, the only reason why the people can't see it is because Biden will stand up and tell you, oh, Trump want to be a dictator. He going to ruin democracy. Democracy is at stake. He going to ruin the country. All while that's exactly what he doing. That's how they throw you off. That's how they throw you off their trail. By standing up telling you this is what they're going to do. Just like Janet Newland sat there just arrogantly and said, that's what the Russians do. They always tell you what someone else is going to do when in fact that's their objective. That's exactly what America do too. Same thing. All of them a bunch of liars, cheaters, demons, witches, warlocks, heathens, and heifers. All of them. And not any of them in there doing anything good for the people. Nothing whatsoever. Only time they need the people is to gather up votes so they can keep on lying, cheating, stealing, and being corrupt. Come out there, dance, and act a fool with the people, eat a little chicken, and Joe Biden sitting up there eating chicken with the black folk. Negro, man, please. You know what? Man, if I'd have been in that room, I'd have told all them knuckle Negroes off. You know, this white cat, you can't get near him when he in the presidency. Now he gonna come out here and sit down and eat some chicken with y'all? Man, you know what? I'd have been so insulted. I'm telling you, I'd have told him. The Secret Service would have had to walk me right out the door. I don't give a crap. Take me out there. But if you came and sat down and had a salad or maybe a green smoothie drink, might consider talking with you. Because now you respecting me on another level. But you come up here talking about eating some damn chicken. You see, y'all got to stop being so freaking gullible, man. Just cause he white, just cause he the president, just cause he white, you just take anything. You gotta stop doing that. Have you seen other nations do that with their leaders? Man, their leaders get crunk. They kill them. They just go in there. I've seen so many videos in different parliaments and different, government meetings where the citizens don't like what the government is doing. They go up there and beat the living crap out of the government. Yes. So the reality is that in other nations, the government, they're afraid of the people. Because the government do wrong, the people raise up like stinging bees. But in America, the people are afraid of the government because the government is like some big, bad, bold bullies. Yeah, buddy. They don't weaponize the Department of Justice. They don't weaponize the police force. They don't weaponize everything. For a few old, funky, decrepit heathens sitting up there behind, scared. Just like that January 6th situation, one of the senators, he spilled a bean. He said, but we was in the Denmark room that no one's supposed to know about, but the senator and his close aides. But he said those people knew exactly where the room was at. Which means what? If they knew where the secret room where the senator was hiding, then it had to be somebody on the inside that knew. You follow what I'm saying? But they all blame it on Trump. They put everything on Trump. Because Trump is not trying to be a dictator. If you listen to what he's saying and watch what he did for the 4 years, was he a dictator for 4 years? When he was up in there for 4 years, did you hear anybody say that guy's a dictator? No. When he was running for president and Joe Biden beat him, after all of the controversy, did Joe Biden almost get killed or did he get... No, nothing happened to him. Trump was standing up telling them, you know what I'm saying? But because it was a sophisticated coup, he couldn't come up and lay out no hard evidence. And then that's what that arrogant heathen there. All you gotta do is just prove it. Just, go to court and prove it. Knowing full well you can't. Because they done covered all their bases. And you know they done did it. And they know they did it. They know you know that they did it. But before they did it, they had already figured out how to do it and leave no traces so nobody can find out they did it. But they know they did it. And so, because he was so frustrated trying to tell people and understand that the jive was rigged, it was changed, nobody could hear it. And then on top of that, when you got the mainstream news media They parroting the same word. And did you hear a few days ago when they was talking about Joe Biden cognitive decline? Trump said, hey, I took the test, no problem. I take the test, I took it twice, big deal, no problem. But have Joe Biden took it? No, he's like, oh man, you know daggone well, boy, if you take that test, they'll put you in the old folks home. You know what I'm saying? Give you some cornmeal mush or that stuff old folks be eating, be running on the side of their mouth looking nasty. You know what I'm saying? So that's a cool. Now, is Joe Biden running things? No. The people that are the ones that want him to stay there because they get it good. And look at the man's wife. I mean, we understand history. We understand history, how there have been women in history that has been so incredibly evil, it's mind-boggling. Yep, they there. More evil than men. Now, Jill Biden, she's the first lady, right? Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you know what are the perks and benefits of being the first lady? See that? You don't even know. I don't know. Who knows the benefit she received from being the first lady? See that? Behind closed door, we don't know how good that woman got it. And she could be the type individual that don't want to let it go. Hold on to it by any means necessary. The means justify the ends. See that? And understanding body language. Joe Biden, that individual, is a physical personification of the head of state in America. He's the president. Whether he's 80 years old and got dementia and Parkinson or straight up crazy, that's the president. He is in the seat of president. That means he is supposed to get all of the different type of protocols, you understand, that due unto that high office. After this debate, Jill Biden was up there running her mouth, and I'm looking at her body language. I'm analyzing the body language, and I noticed how she stood. She took a step, and she stood in front of the president. See, I'm looking at it for a protocol position, not her husband, but the president of the United States. She had the audacity to be disrespectful, running her mouth on the mic, talking about nothing, and she took a step and stepped in front of Joe. What does that mean? That means she wanted all the attention, all the accolades. She's sucking it up like a straight up, incredible maniac narcissist. Yeah, she out there waving and smiling like she the president. I'm just saying now, hey, you talking about body mechanics, body analysis. For her to step in front of the head of state, that was terrible against protocol. That was highly disrespectful. You remember the time when Trump was over there visiting the Queen of England, and she was walking and he was walking because he tall, she's short, she's strolling slow. He accidentally wound up walking in front of her. Okay? It wasn't no harm, it was accident. The old woman standing there, they strolling. He happened to look around, they look, and she didn't wind up behind him. And he stopped. Where the hell? Where's she? Oh, and he came back and got next to her. It wasn't anything that he was trying to do out of malice. It was a mistake. It was an oversight. It was an accident. Because when he was looking over there at the people, she was strolling, and he wound up in front of her. But as soon as he saw that he was in front of her, he stopped, corrected himself, and got back in position. But Jill Biden didn't do that. She deliberately stood in front of the head of state. And that's definitely against protocol. Look, okay, he your husband. super duper. But you got to respect the office that your husband is in now. See, you can't blur them lines. Just cause he's your husband don't mean you just supposed to be any kind of old way. That man is the president of the United States. Your husband first, the president, and you got to work with all that the right way. And she didn't that day by stepping in front of him. So it's suspect. Then the son, the crackhead, out there at Camp David with the mama, discussing on whether he should stay in the race or not. You know the crackhead done made millions off of his father when he was the doggone vice president. Now he the president. You don't even know what kind of money they raking in. What? But everybody is looking at Trump because the programming media, CNN, constant negative news, has convinced everybody that Trump is going to be a dictator. Well, the 4 years that he was president, was he a dictator? Did he do dictator stuff? No. But when I put the numbers before you, everybody just kind of, look around and wait till the moment passed. Then they go back to talk about Trump 7 years ago, said, oh, he talk crazy. He ain't president. He's an idiot. That idiot had electricity price stabilized. That idiot had your pay up 67%. When the other real idiot had to pay minus 3.5%. See, all of that to me is more important to the common man and woman than Roe versus Wade, abortion right. Here you up here on the mic, and your major conversation is about babies and women can or cannot have babies, the state, the law, and this is what you're talking about. When you got people running around here struggling, you understand? I remember when that gas price got to $5. There were people that were pawning things to get gas to go to work. They didn't have enough money to get to work. That was under the Biden administration. Oh, y'all forgot that? See, that matters. But when you've been bamboozled by the coup leaders and the programming network called CNN, constant negative news, when they constantly bombard you with negativity, you do get to a point where you believe it. See, they know, psychologists, they have studied, and that's all they do is study to figure out how to get you. While you sleep, bull-jiving around, drinking, smoking, acting a fool, they got their wizards in there studying to see how, when you come back, they can control you. And so you're supposed to know enough now that once you tell a lie 7 good times in a row, and you telling it now, after 7 times, the human brain began to accept it as truth. So all you got to do is just keep telling the lie 7 times. Keep telling it. Eventually, the people going to say, well, it must be true. Why? Because he keep telling it. Sad state of affairs, man. And again, this here is civilization. Man, please. So anyway, I see some dark days ahead because I'm looking at what's, the grassroots difference between Biden and Trump. And that list I read out to y'all, those are facts, those are numbers. The numbers don't lie. The numbers are not racist. The numbers are not evil. You understand? The numbers are not bigots. The numbers are numbers. And the numbers tell the truth every single time. And the numbers says that the 4 years that Trump was in office, the economy, was better. And then my thing, when you talk about the economy, I don't want to hear the conversation about the economy is good. The economy is good. My question is, okay, it's a good economy. How much of that good economy got to my pocket? Under Joe Biden, it was negative 3.5%. Trump, it was up 6 or 7%. But see, y'all don't want to hear that. You know, you all don't want to hear that. You're going to vote blue no matter who, because you program house blacks working in the house with him, and you don't want a black like me to come in there and mess up your thing because he giving you a couple of extra pieces of chicken and calling you brother. You feel good about yourself, smiling and shaking your hand. Now he finna come out here and try to kill all us because he gave you a little extra piece of chicken. And we out here damn near starving. You don't even care. Your people. Dag nabbit. It's silly and stupid at the same time, man. You must go home and take stupid pills every night or something. Good God Almighty. That business is amazing, man. I mean, it's like, you know, I think that especially in America, all those chemtrails putting out those different chemicals and things in the atmosphere, I really begin to believe that it's definitely have a seriously effect on your mental abilities, meaning that your ability to think and reason. You understand? Now, let me say something to you about the way the brain works. All right, the brain is a bunch of electrical impulses. And those electrical impulses what cause you to think, reason, understand, you know, logic and all of that. Your brain has electricity flowing through it. It's all manner of electricity, directions and everything. Now, when you have your brain functioning and the electricity is flowing and you're thinking and you analyzing, you know, and you coming up with some good information because you analyze this and you have a, you know, a reference point on how you analyze information, okay? But it's your brain that's functioning. It's alive. The electricity is flowing good. And that's what causes you to be able to think, analyze, you know what I'm saying, and reason and come up with your facts and data on what you're doing. Now, it's a product that's used all throughout the food industry. It's called fluoride. You mainly hear about it in toothpaste, but they put it in just about everything. Water, food. Okay, so how does fluoride react in the body? Fluoride is the number one ingredient, a main ingredient. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say number one because they got so many other chemicals that affect the brain. But the number one negative side effect of ingesting fluoride is fluoride reduce brain activity. You see, I didn't say brain function. I'm saying fluoride, one of the major effects in the human body is fluoride reduces brain activity, meaning that electricity that causes you to think, analyze, and consider. With fluoride present in the system, it slows that down. And okay, so once your brain activity slows down, your thoughts is slow and you miss a lot of stuff. Okay, as an example, I may say, hey, what's up, man? I'm okay. You took a long time to say that, you know, because the brain is functioning slow. Hey, what's up, man? I'm all right, bro. You know, just hey, man, just chilling. Wow. Hey, oh, dude, were you sleep, partner? Nah, he was wide awake. Nope, he is sleepwalking. Why? All that fluoride in your system from the water, toothpaste, and other products that have fluoride in it done got up in there and reduce your brain function. So now they can stand up there and tell you lies every night on CNN with the old pretty made up women and the fake hair and the makeup and talking all proper like that black girl Abby Phillips. Whoo, man, do I hate to hear her talk. Like, you know, went somewhere to a school to learn how to sound like Becky. And so people like that, you can't trust because why? They have done everything they need to do to be able to get up there and say what they want you to say in a manner that they want you to say it in. Abby Phillips, man, it's a shame. You're talking about just done signed up with the devil, they gone, man. No hope. No hope. So in other words, if there's ever a time that you can say we're on our own and it be true, it's right now. We're on our own. I mean, America done dropped down and just like shooting the president. And you all know daggone well that once the Secret Service take you on as a client to protect, you go in a bubble. And that's one thing Michelle Obama, she said she didn't want to live in no bubble again. She got to a point she hated it. Couldn't do this, couldn't do that. She said living in a bubble for 8 years, she said she hated it. And then they talking about her possibly replacing Biden. Michelle ain't trying to go back in that bubble. She doing good. She out there free. She was the first lady. And you know what? It'll be wise for her not to get back in there, because her and Obama, they went in. You didn't hear a bunch of scandals. She did her thing, get moving in the food. You know, she did a good thing and she had a good legacy. Don't go back up in there with them devils. They don't want you there no way. They really don't want you there. So it's best that you keep doing what you're doing, enjoying your life. You done did it. You retired. You got your money straight. Go on and enjoy the rest of your life. Go back up in there for what? They not trying to change. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing about America, what makes this such an incredible, terrible situation is America never had to pull itself up by the bootstrap after being bombed by another country like Japan, Nagasaki. You know what I'm saying? Nobody came and dropped a big bomb to devastate America. And so America had to pull itself back from the Stone Age, because they bombed their butts back to the Stone Age. And so that's why right now with all these crises, morals and financing and government and spiritual crisis that it's in, don't nobody know how to fix it, to get it back on track to where, you know, you can calm down and you can begin to go out different places with yourself, to date, your family, and not be afraid of getting shot. You know, you go to a rally and you know, come back dead. It's like, good God Almighty, man. And so this side of the country done dropped off. You know what I'm saying? And again, why am I so concerned? I'm over in Israel. One of my children is out there. My oldest daughter, my granddaughter, her husband, my son-in-law. My best friend in the whole world is in America. My nieces and nephews, my great nieces and nephews are there. So I keep deals on everything. I done told them, everybody, y'all get your passport straight. Don't be, you know, in a situation where you need it and don't have it. It's best to have it and don't need it. And then one of them was talking, all right, that don't mean nothing. I ain't finna be going to all them flips and trips, because, you know, if something happened, man, they ain't gonna be checking no passport and everything. I said, no, don't talk like that, because when they jumped off over here, they bought big aircraft carriers in. They brought big jets to get all the Americans out. And they just went to the airport, showed their American passport, and got on the plane or got on the boat or whatever they was getting out of here. That's all they showed, the American passport. And the soldiers were not there trying to X-ray it and UV light, make sure it's here. You American, get out of there. You know? But you at least had to have some kind of ID, because they want Americans to get out of there. You know? So I told them, have that passport ready. Because the time that we living in right now is so uncertain. We don't know how it's gonna go. Between America and this country, Israel, you don't even know how this job is gonna go. Because we got some maniacs running the place, straight maniacs. I read in the paper when they showed the minister of security. What's that boy name? Ben-Gvir. They showed the video because, you know, a lot of these intersections, they had a CCTV, closed circuit television, and they watching everything. And so they saw this black car get T-boned in the intersection. The driver ran the red light. And an oncoming car that had the green light hit him, flipped him over. Man, you know what? My grandmother used to say the devil is hard to kill, man. He said once you let that mofo in, he hell to get out. That's why my grandmother used to say, be very careful of who you let in. Because if you let the devil in, he hell to get out. You know what I'm saying? So this guy tells his driver to run the red light. Don't slow down. And an oncoming car that had the green light T-boned him, flipped the car over. And you know what? In the paper, it read that the driver reported that he tell him that Ben-Gvir tell him to do that all the time. Disobey the driver's law. Go on to the light. Don't want to wait. And say this ain't the first time it done happened. Now you tell me that ain't some maniac business. And these kind of jokers run the country. Oh, I told y'all I'm going somewhere. I ain't telling none of y'all where I'm going. It's gonna be beachfront property. Birds gonna be chirping. Sandy beach. I'm not gonna be paying no hella high mortgage. I'm not paying no hella high rent. I'm not paying no hella high food costs. And I'm gonna have me a thick, juicy woman there, you know what I'm saying, chilling like a villain with me. We're gonna have a good time. All my children are grown, working, got their own place, doing their thing. It's time for Big Papa to have some fun. Huh? I'm free now. So, it's enough of this. Look at this. 1 hour and 8 minutes after working 11 hours, 5 days a week, then on Friday. This is civilization. Hell no. Oh boy, I'm telling you the truth. This ain't it. Anyway, it's a sad state of affairs in America, I'm telling you. You say the least. And over here in Israel, man, you got that doggone Netanyahu up there, and these people protesting, good googly boo. I mean, the leaders, you know, it's been so many corrupt leaders doing so much corruption that the reason or the job description of a leader has gotten so lost in oblivion that what are the leaders there for? Well, they are there to take care of themselves. Because all of this out here is not, you know what I'm saying, what they're a part of. Driving an hour, trying to get somewhere, going to and from a job. This ain't what they do. If they do get on the ground, just like Ben-Gvir told his chauffeur to go through the light, he not driving. He's sitting back there in the back chilling. The driver handling all of this. But man. But hey, you know, this is the last thing I'm going to say before I leave. I just mentioned two countries, America and Israel. You don't hear anything about this place called Iloilo in the Philippines, do you? Nope. Why? Because this place out there is beautiful. I have a friend that lives there. I'm gonna go visit. Seen plenty of pictures and videos and movies. I like that water. And that's where I live at here in Ashkelon, right off the beach. Love that big blue water. So I'm gonna visit the Philippines, and I talked to my friend there, and always peaceful. Way out, not in Manila, way up north. They way down south out there, beautiful islands, man. This is just amazing. You know, living out there, nice, simple home. They built on the land they own. They don't have to pay no mortgage. They not paying no rent. You know what I'm saying? The hardest thing they got to worry about is coming up with that $1.50 to buy them fruit and vegetable, 2-3 pounds of fruit and vegetable, $1.50. And it's all organic. Some friend of theirs around the corner growing them big old mangoes. Can you imagine that? Man, they showed me a mango so big and talking about how sweet it is. I'm pretty sure it is. $1.50 a whole big bag full. Mangoes up here so high, it make your eyes cross. He tell you how much they cost. Your eyes be crossed, man. You just be like, what you say? The ears is, huh? How much? Tell Bill Gates, I need a quick loan from him. I gotta buy some mango. What? Oh boy. Dominican Republic. Friend of mine down there. Living the life of Raleigh. Same thing. He said, bro, I asked his brother to bring him some fruit they grow on their land. You know, it's all organic, just out there, wild, good fruit. He said the dude brought him a wheelbarrow of bananas and mangoes and apples and avocado. He said a wheelbarrow full. I'm saying a wheelbarrow. He said, bro, it will fill to the brim. Fresh fruit, right? What? Avocado? She said, man, them big old avocado was so creamy and rich and tastes so good. Bananas, seeds in them. He said, when last time you seen banana with seeds? I said, it's been a minute, home. He said, a whole wheelbarrow full. He said it cost so much, man. I was blindsided. I didn't even hear the brother when he said how much that stuff cost me. A wheelbarrow full of food. Now I'm up here in Israel, and he talking about a wheelbarrow full. Man, I'm like, he had to come out a couple $100. He said, man, that brother told me. He said it's kind of expensive. It's a lot. He said, okay, well, how much? He said the brother was like he was hesitant to tell him how much all that food cost. He said, how much, my brother? He said $1.50. What? A wheelbarrow full of food? $1.50? I said, I'm coming. I'm on the next plane out. See, so it's not bad all over the world. See that fool right there? He driving? Then where is he going? You see that? That's just madness. Bunch of daggone barbarians driving like a fool. Stop driving like that, boy. And watch, I'm just cruising. More like I'm gonna cruise right by. He done burnt up all that gas, sweating. Almost had a wreck. Ain't got nowhere. So it's plenty of places in the world that are not dealing with this. I talked with a friend of mine today in Zimbabwe. She had no idea Donald Trump had got shot and it was an assassination attempt in America. Because she's there in Zimbabwe. She has her business going, her family, they doing their thing, they living, laughing. Every time I call, big old pretty smile, everybody's happy, you know what I'm saying? Talking to me, having a good time, and they have no idea. They living their life, stress-free. Building a nice house out there on their land. And I said, are you aware, did you hear that Donald Trump almost got killed? That was an assassination attempt over the weekend on him. She like, really? Who did that? Like, when that happened? I said, over the weekend. Donald Trump almost got killed. Yeah. She said, no, I didn't hear that. You see? I love to be in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, I'm like that. And I see them, but they be walking around chilled like a big dog. They may have shoes on, maybe barefoot. You know, you hear the chicken. No, they ain't with no chicken sound. Something like that. They hear the birds chirping when I'm talking to them on the phone. And you just sitting there laughing and talking with me, man. It's so peaceful. I'm gonna pull up. You better believe it, Skippy. You daggone bet your bottom dollar. You know, you're gonna look up. I'm gonna be sitting down in the tree telling y'all, hey, I'm in Africa, but I'm not gonna tell you where. Cause I don't want you piling up in there. Y'all going over there to Ghana and pile on top of each other. Boy. Alright, so anyway, I know you enjoyed this 51 minutes listening to the Nubian King over here chop it up, just talking. You really kept me awake because generally I be dozing. You know, do this every day like this. Can you imagine? An hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, 11 hours on the job. You know what? I thought seriously I was a more intelligent brother. You know, I told you I had 3 car washes here. Construction company. I seriously thought I'd be doing much better than this in my life. But cars didn't go that way. But anyway, I got a friend of mine, they leaving Israel next month. They headed to Africa. I hope it work out for them. You know, because you have a lot of people going into Africa, especially black people. They going into Africa with this romanticized kind of energy. Oh, going to Mother Africa, you know, it's all cool. You know, you be in Atlanta where all your stuff is at, all your people, family, friend. You go over there to the West End, you get you a couple of dashikis, you walk around. Mojo, you incense, you Africa. And then, you know, you get so crunked up on the Africa energy that you decide to go to Africa. So you pack up all your stuff, sell the other junk you don't want, throw it in a container, and you shoot to Africa, and all you got is a tourist visa. And the process of getting citizenship is not just, you know, you had to ask people like Ludacris. They got his citizenship. No, I'm sorry. Ludacris, he married to the sister. That's how it happened for him. Cause I think he's from Gabon, his wife. So on the website, if you marry a citizen, then the pathway to citizenship is much, much easier, faster, and less complicated. So you see what I'm saying? So his wife is actually, you know, she's indigenous. Okay? But you have several people that I heard about, and I watched the video. They shot it in Africa that sold all their stuff and ran up in there with a tourist visa and couldn't get it renewed after so long, and they had to leave. They sold everything in America, went in there with their money, you know what I'm saying, and couldn't stay because they didn't do the homework right and wind up having to leave and go back to America. So you have to slow down and understand now, you can't pull up into Africa with no romantic kind of fuzzy feeling, oh, I'm at home, I'm in the motherland, like it's all gonna be good. Look, Africa is developed like New York, Tel Aviv. You have some of those cities are so advanced, you wouldn't even know you was in Africa if it wasn't just all the beautiful black brothers and sisters walking around. Yeah. And you know, you gotta have something popping. Go in with a business plan, an idea. You know, you don't have to go in filthy rich, but you don't need to go in broke for sure. But hey, the way I'm doing it is the way you should do it. Go in and do your fact-finding mission before you cut ties from everything that you know. Go down there, you, maybe a friend, or what have you, and go and see and look around. Ask questions. You know, do everything you can to get as much information that you could use to put together an exit plan that's real and makes sense. Then you go back to where you came from and get your ducks lined up for when you go back to Africa. You done been there, you done been all the municipalities that you need to go to. You understand, the shipping, the Minister of Mines, the Minister of Tourism, the Minister of Health, all these different facilities that you need to go and check out to make sure, you understand, you got the latest information. So when you go back to where you came from, you can get your plan together and go up in there correct. Instead of running up in there with a few dollars thinking Africa finna absorb you. You don't want to wind up and go join the struggle. You understand? So you want to do that thing correct. You know, go on in there with some good sense and lay your plan out. And if need be, go back to where you came from, get yourself together, your ducks lined up, and then make a move. That's what I'm going to do. I ain't going to just pull up. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Now, I do have one individual that I actually could do that with, but I don't even think I want to do it like that, you know? I got someone there that I literally could get off the plane. I have a place to stay, a roof over my head, and I can rest for the 30 days and then get up, hit the ground running. And I already got some ideas that I've been talking already. See, I'm not just telling y'all anything because I'm having some good thoughts. I'm telling you what I've been working on. You know, I've been planning and talking, getting information. You know, Internet got a lot of information. You go to all these different countries' website and read up on their latest requirements for everything you need to know. See, they do that a lot. You see how close that guy tailgating? They do that a whole lot over here. And it'd be so funny. You know, you tailgate, the guy tap on his brakes. You don't know if he's slamming on the brakes, a hard stop, or it's just a light tap where he's just cruising. But because you're so close to his bumper, you slam on your brakes and the guy behind you hit you and the guy behind him. So you look 3-4 cars accident, and what happened? You can see that somebody was tailgating and threw the whole row off. And then, you know, they do that dumb stuff and everybody get out of the car with their hand on their head. Oi, talking about oi. Oi, what? Holding their head, trying to get some insurance money. Dude, you was wrong. You hit them in the back, set up. Everybody talk, oi. Holding their head. I seen it, man. That's the funny stuff, man. They jump out. But you hit them in the back. Why you holding your head like that on the side? Oh boy. These people be funny, man. I'm telling you the truth. Oh boy. She's sitting there on her phone. Better get away from that car, girl. Somebody come through there and wipe you out. Always on the cell phone. I've seen some of the worst accident you ever imagined because of the freaking cell phone. This child was coming out of a driveway into a main road, and the people is doing like 100 kilometers, 110 kilometers down that road. And this girl, she in the car, young driver, teenager, and she got 3 girls with her, and the person coming down the road 100 kilometers didn't see her pull out there until the last minute. There was no time to even put the foot on the brake and hit that car at 100 kilometers. Killed all the 4 girls in the car, including the driver. 5 people dead. I came through that night, the police had everything locked down. Woo-wee. 5 folks dead because the guy had the camera, and when they got the camera through all the records and looked at it, you can plainly see that girl the driver was on the cell phone, and she rolled out there in that main road, not even paying attention. You saw all the way to the camera how they blew it up. And that child was on a cell phone. Never even looked to the left to see that guy coming. Bam! Everybody dead. Daggone cell phone. I see them weaving. And big trucks do that too. Big trucks, man, be weaving. I remember when I was, driving the fuel truck, the diesel fuel truck, was delivering fuel down there to, we was building a wall around Gaza. That underground wall y'all don't know about, 300 feet deep all around Gaza. Company was working, building it, and I was delivering the fuel for all the big equipment. And that was a road that you go 232 all the way south to the border of Egypt. And down there is an area called Kerem Shalom. Kerem Shalom is right there in Egypt, down there where all this controversy, So anyway, that was a strip of road that used to just give me the heebie-jeebies because it was narrow and them big rigs. See, that Kerem Shalom crossing was the main major crossing for all of the goods going into Gaza. I mean, it was hundreds of trucks, day and night, non-stop going into Gaza. Because you're talking about 2 million people. They're ordering everything from Pamper to lawn chairs, everything. And I would be down there working to just see them study, constantly going across over into the Gaza. But anyway, that was a strip of road down there that was real narrow. It was an old road. 1 lane south, 1 lane north. And because it was old, it was kind of narrow. And then you got these new big old super carrier rigs. And I'm shooting through that with 12,500 liters of diesel fuel, a bomb. Man, it used to give me the heebie-jeebies every time. Because, see, it don't make no difference if you're in a big rig or a little Volkswagen, Toyota, or a bicycle. These knuckleheads be on that daggone cell phone. They looking at that cell phone. You can glance down at that cell phone doing 100 kilometers and you be done moved 100 feet and you don't even know it. Or you be done drifted. And I'm riding down the road, I can see drivers over there coming up the road in the truck looking at the daggone cell phone. Drifting over there in my lane. Man, I used to blow the horn. Whoo, this was scary. Man, I used to hate that. 3 years I did that. And it was just fortunate that I didn't get hurt. But what happened? The day came that it happened. One day I'm going down there and traffic is absolutely stopped. It's a parking lot. Later on that day, I found out that the inevitable had happened. The very thought that I had was close to them trucks shooting down there. Man, mirror to mirror, whooshing by. Woo-wee. It happened. Matter of fact, what had happened is 2 trucks hit each other. One going north, one going south. And one of them drifted over in the other lane. And that means it hit from the cab all the way down the side of the truck. Nobody got killed, but the driver got injured very bad. And guess what? The driver was a friend of the guy that I worked with. Yeah, a guy that I worked with was a friend of the driver that had the accident. And he went to the hospital to see him, and he asked what happened. He told the truth. He said, man, he said, you ain't gonna believe this. What? I was looking down at my cell phone and drifted over there in his lane. What? Now he laid up in the hospital in traction and bolts and where bones used to be and wires is over there and cables and stuff. He done. Never be able to drive, and they probably won't be able to walk. Cell phone. All of them do it. All of them. And in Israel, it's 1,000 shekel fine and 6 points if the police catch you on your cell phone. I mean, with it in your hand. Then you have your wireless, like I'm talking to you on the wireless thing, right? I don't have to touch it. You see it's up there being held so you can see. But I've been caught. Daggone right. I've been caught like 2 times, 2, 3 times with my cell phone. 1,000 shekels. Oh boy. Yeah, buddy. Police say, hey, pull it over. And one time they caught me cold, I took my shades off. I'm looking at the cell phone, shooting down the highway. I'm guilty too. And this car came over to my left side, and I just saw just the front of the hood. It was white. And it wasn't enough on the side for me to see Mistara. Mistara is police. It was a police. He was riding right over there watching me on the cell phone. And then what was so crazy is I took my shades off and I was holding them, in my mouth, looking down at the phone, driving down the highway. Crazy, man. Yeah, I'm guilty. I was guilty. Yeah, I did it. And then as the police ride so far, he hit that buzzer. I looked around. Oh, damn. So he came up on the passenger side. Hey, see driving license, registration, insurance, all that stuff. Yeah. He said, you on the cell phone? I said, no. He said, what was you doing? I said, I was plugging it into the charger. I didn't have it in my hand. He said, you had the cell phone in hand? I said, nope. I was holding it just like this with my fingertip, and I was just simply plugging it into the charger. I didn't have the cell phone in my hand. He said, okay. You had the phone in your fingertip. He said, yeah. Okay, so you didn't have it in your hand. I said, no. I'm thinking when I said no, and he said you didn't have it in your hand, I said no. I thought I was good to go. He said, but you had it you was holding it with your fingertip. Yeah, I had it with my fingertip. I didn't realize because I'm thinking I'm good because when he said, oh, so you didn't have it in your hand, you was holding it with just your fingertip. I said, yeah, just my fingertip. He said, oh, okay, good. Let me see your driver's license proof. I was like, but for what? He said, are your fingers connected to your hand? I just started laughing, man. I started laughing. And the police started laughing too. We both started laughing. Nigga, please. Give them license. You get a ticket. Because the fingers connected to your hand. Even though you weren't holding it in your hand, you was holding with your fingers, that your fingers are connected to your hand. Give me a license registration. Get this ticket. Shut up. Trying to be slick. He got me, man. He got me good. He said, oh, you didn't have it in your hand. I said, no. He said you was holding it with your fingers. I said, yeah. He's like, okay. License registration. Because your fingers is connected to your hand. You know what? All I could do was laugh. I started laughing. The police officer, he started laughing. We just got a kick out of that. He wrote a ticket. And, that was so funny. I told him, thank you. He said, have a good day. And leave that phone alone. He walked out. He said, have a good day. And leave that phone alone. 1,000 shekels, man. That's like $350 for y'all. Whew. I'm letting you out. Will you go? I'm letting you out drive. What you looking at? Oh, boy. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a classic, right? That was a classic. Oh, I got another one for you, Then I'm going to let you go. I'm just about at home. I'm over there. I'm right down the street from the house. Hey, I got a classic for you. I'm driving down to Egypt. I'm in my truck, right? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I got a sandwich. I'm eating this sandwich. I get in the truck. Man, I'm hungry. I've been working. And I'm eating this sandwich. And, they'll have like pop-up roadside inspection for the trucks. They'll have your scale, They had a guy there, you know, so they'll check the truck and everything. So I'm shooting down the highway. I'm eating this sandwich. I forgot to put my seatbelt in because I'm hungry. I get in the truck. First thing I pull out is a sandwich. Gotta have this sandwich. So anyway, cop stopped me. He pulled over. He's out there in the street. Come over here, come here. So I stopped. I put it over there. And I'm sitting there eating that sandwich. So I see him in the mirror walking up to the truck. I'm still eating my sandwich. So the cop, he opened the door and he gets up. He stand up there, you know. And he looking at me. This is during COVID. So he got his mask on, everything. He got his shades on, his hat. So I don't really see nothing, you know. And he's standing there, and I'm eating this sandwich. I'm eating it. The cop just standing there. He looking at me. I don't care, man. I'm hungry, you know, so I'm eating this sandwich. And he stood there about a minute. And he says, "Is it good?" I'm like, it's good. And he just stood there and watched me eat the sandwich. So the cop, he's standing there. Woo! I can't stop, man. I'm hungry. I need this sandwich, man. Hold on a minute. Hold on. So he says, okay, is it good? I say, yeah. So he checked my papers and everything. The truck brand new, so he not doing an inspection. The truck is brand new, right? He said, so let me ask you a question. I said, what? If the sandwich good, yeah. Why you didn't put your seatbelt on? So I looked down. Oh, damn. I looked at him. And so I put it on right quick. He said, oops, too late. And gave me a 250 shekel ticket. Yeah, 250 shekels for that ticket. And he was a comedian. I know he was laughing behind that mask. I know that boy was laughing behind that mask. It was just too funny, man, because he up there talking, and I ain't saying nothing. I'm just eating this sandwich. He saying whatever he's saying, and I'm eating this sandwich. And then, you know, when I finished the sandwich, I wiped my mouth and everything. He said, it was good. And I said, yeah. He said, so why you don't have your, you know, your sandwich is good? Yep. So why you don't have your seatbelt on? Whoa, 250 shekel ticket. So he went and wrote the ticket. You know, they got the digital computer, Israel High Tech. So he put my ID number in there, punched in the computer what the problem was, no seatbelt. So it comes out. He ain't over there 2 minutes, you know. That's how fast they do this ticket, because they have the printer and everything there. Even on the motorcycle cop, that box in the back, all that's printer. So you go back there, put your ID in there, punch in what your, you know, violation is, put, ticket come right out. Like a receipt in a cash register. So anyway, the cop gave me the ticket, and he said that was an expensive sandwich, wasn't it? I'm like, Negro. He wasn't black. He's a white dude. What's going on here in my house? Oh man, yeah, they did say the road was gonna be closed. Maybe I need to come in on the other end. Wow. I wasn't just on this end, so you know what? Let me go. Yeah, he said that was an expensive sandwich, wasn't it? 250 shekels. Daggone sandwich. It was good though. It wasn't no 250 shekels. He and I both got a good laugh at it though. And you would have to do some knucklehead stuff like this. Come down here and get right in the way. I'm trying to go. You see that? We'll do that stuff. Ding dong. You gonna cut in front of everybody. What's happening down there? Okay, I'm gonna go around the beachway. Yeah, that may work. Cause because it's not a way through here to the left. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go around up here by the police station and go around, come through on the back end. That way I don't be on the main street. Cause I don't know what's going on over there. Probably got a concert or something. So I can go around this way. Go up here by the police station and make a left. And shoot down and come up in the back way where nobody's at. See, I just pulled out there. He just knew I was gonna stop. Boy, you better be glad I got a nice car. Look at the 3 bandits sitting over there. Yeah. So you know the police situation over here is nowhere near like in America. When you see the blue lights, boy, I've heard many stories, seen them too on video. See, the reason why they stop in here, because a woman will walk across the street. The law is whenever a pedestrian is there, you must stop. These white blocks here, you gotta stop. Going around the circle, whoever's in the circle has the right of way. The person coming in the circle has to stop for the person that's already going around the circle. You follow me? But you can't trust it though, because a lot of these jokers out here are daredevils. They'll try to get you. You know what I'm saying? They'll see if they got a few seconds in front of you, they'll jump out there. So dealing with these circles is like a timing type thing. I like them because they're not traffic lights where you had to stop. See, this is the police station right here. There's a cop walking through. And across the street from the police station here in Ashkelon is Shabak. Shabak is one of those government agencies like, what is it, the CIA, the FBI, something like that. They call it Shabak. Yeah, see, I can get home, go this way, the back way. I'm pretty sure a lot of these cars is coming up through here too to get around whatever happening down there. Yeah, that's why all these cars is over here. Other than that, this street would be nowhere near this crowded. You can never walk in. Be a lot of people walking. See over here, right by the beach. I wanted to come down that hill so you can see, you know, when I'm coming in, see all that beautiful, beautiful blue water out there. And my particular condo, every room in the house, you can see the water. Ooh, man, I forgot. I was supposed to go withdraw some money at the bank, but it's okay. I'm going home. I'll do it tomorrow. See, this is the back end, my building over there to the left. What done happened over here? Police ambulance. Accident. It's biz over here tonight, ain't it? I'm just getting to the house, baby. Wee. See, this civilization. After working 11 hours, this is how you had to do. Huh? These are civilization. Boy, civilized my butt. Yeah, that's what they say. They call this civilization. They love it. Bam. See there? Look at that. They cut to the right. Something going on. These people doing the U-turn. I mean the detour. I've never seen this many cars over here. Something going on over there. Anyway, my house is right over here to the left. See old dude stop right there? Got to let him go on by. He waved his hand. Thank you. Okay, swimming pool over there. I've never been to the swimming pool. It's right down the street from my house. Hey, you got the beach over there, so which one is better for you? The beach. Yeah. All right. See, we come in the back way. We can get on to the house. Get over, boy. See, you have to be sharp, man. 60 in a series they got ain't doing too good, boy. You better be careful out here. Ooh-wee. All right, see, came right to the house. I get on my balcony and see if I can peep what's going on over there. All right, welcome home. Whew, we made it. You still with me? You enjoyed the ride, huh? Riding over here with Nubian King. Nubian King. Yeah. See, everybody, you know, we got the private parking spaces. That's something that, you know, kind of get spoiled of that, man. When I go visit friends, you have to look for spaces. And sometimes you find a space 2 blocks away from the house. Okay, I'm home. I enjoyed you. You hung out with me 1 hour and 22 minutes, and I love you for that. Pretty sure you enjoyed the ride home, ride with Nubian King, but America is in trouble, serious trouble, serious, for them to be doing Donald Trump the way they doing him. And the 4 years he was there as the president, he didn't show any signs of being a dictator, destroying democracy. But it's amazing how people can be so gullible to believe lies that they spinning. You know, talking about he be a dictator. See, the thing about Biden, that's exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Sending that man through all that drama in an effort to knock off the political opponent. Instead of just, you know, going out and be decent and do the best you can. Let the best man win. No. They ain't looking at that. Anyway, y'all take care. And I love you. Stay safe as much as you can. You know, we people, you know, people say that, stay safe. Do the best you can with that. But anyway, I love you from the basement of my heart, way down, all the way up to the attic of my mind. That's a lot of love I have for you. That's why I do it. And I love you 24/7. That means I love you all the time. Shalom.